Hi, I'm Mark Finney. I'm the Executive Director here at Thrive International. Just wanted to take a few minutes and give you a quick update on where things stand as we start June of 2025. We're about halfway through the year. As you know, a lot of things with all kinds of immigration pieces have changed since we got a new White House administration at the end of January. And we're seeing lots and lots of challenges for our newest neighbors who are trying to get here from difficult places. So the refugee resettlement program has been completely suspended and destroyed. There's no expectation that we'll see refugees coming through that traditional pipeline. Ukrainians as well, who used to come through a program called Uniting for Ukraine, even though no public announcement has been made, that program effectively stopped in January and nobody's been coming. There's a number of other areas where it's very difficult for immigrants to get in the country as well. So it's a very tough time for immigrants. It also means that folks who are already here are experiencing a lot of fear and in many ways are very concerned about their safety and their futures. In all of that, Thrive International is committed to standing with our newest neighbors and helping empower them to move from surviving to thriving. We believe that it's not only good for them to flourish, it's good for our whole community. Whenever they do well, we do well, and vice versa. So, one of the other pieces is not just the federal challenges, but also here in the state of Washington, the state government discovered that it had a really significant budget deficit in January for the new fiscal year that starts July 1. So they cut a lot of things out of the budget that had been there in previous years, including the funding that Thrive used to receive to support our housing programs. So we're not planning on closing our housing programs, but we are going to have to charge those people who live with us a little bit more in rents. We also rely very much on private donations from faith communities and foundations and individual donors to make sure that we can keep those rents at a level that's really affordable. Literally today, 5 minutes ago, I was just watching another family move their suitcases in here. There's a need for housing in this community, and we're going to keep providing it. At the same time, in order to make it affordable, we need to have the revenue to offset the costs. We have done everything we can to reduce our expenses. Starting in July, a number of our staff have been notified that we no longer have the funding to support their positions, but we are committed to keeping our facilities open and the core of our program supporting them. And that's where you come in. You've been a great partner and friend of Thrive International's over the last 3.5 years since we started. And right now we're asking our friends and partners if you could step up and provide a mid-year gift in the month of June. Our goal is to try to raise $50,000 this month so that we can sustain our operations. And then the larger goal is to raise $500,000 between now and the end of December. And you'll hear more information about that. Part of that is just individual gifts. Part of that is communities who are coming together to support us. We've got great partners in the faith community, 2 of whom have already stepped up and said that they want to do things to help bring more support in. So St. John's Cathedral, which is just a couple blocks from where I'm standing right now, is hosting a benefit concert in a couple of weeks. There's information below this video about that if you want to come, bring friends, and support Thrive by donating there. It's going to be a great time. And then independently, another church in North Spokane, Colbert Presbyterian, is also hosting a benefit concert about a week or so after that at the end of the month. Those are both opportunities where you can bring other folks to learn about the work we do, have a great time, support a great cause, and make a difference for refugees and immigrants. The big picture is that we're moving from a season where we've had a lot of government partnership in the work that we do to now being reliant on what we can generate through our own revenue and through our local partners like you. Anything you can do to help us keep the mission moving forward, we're super grateful for. Hope you click one of those links below, including the giving link, so that you can support our work and continue to help refugees move from surviving to thriving.